Hello, my name is Jim Kay and I'm the illustrator of the Harry Potter series. The third volume of Harry Potter, The Prisoner of Azkaban, is out now. It was great fun working on the night bus. I went to the Museum of Transport in London where they have these wonderful old double-deckers. So I went there and drew some of the buses, and then of course you got to stick an extra deck on top, so you got a 3-story bus effectively, which is interesting and quite problematic to draw, but just fitting it in, the pages are quite tall, but getting a 3-decker bus on an illustration is always a challenge. But I also added things like the stained glass windows just to make it feel a bit more homely for the guests sleeping inside. So that was one of my favourite modes of transport. There are many more to come, which I'm looking forward to. But this one in particular I think is a memorable one and one of the favourites for Potter fans everywhere. So the Marauders map, lots of people were looking forward to the Marauders map. A really difficult one to do, partly because the description in the book says that you can see all of the rooms in Hogwarts, but I know that Hogwarts is at least 9 stories, so I was thinking, how do you show all those rooms? So first of all I tried to show them all layered on top of each other, almost sort of like translucent maps stacked one after the other on top. But that became very complicated very quickly, and you couldn't actually read any of them eventually if you got sort of 500 rooms all piled up. So I thought, well, maybe it's just a very, very large, expansive map that shows all the floors laid out separately. So I started drawing the floors, and I looked at other maps of old buildings, everything from Hampton Court to Windsor Castle, looking for those interesting little rooms that pop up that you don't see anymore, like the Buttery, and I put a herbarium in there as well, because I have lots of friends who work in a herbarium at the Botanic Gardens at Kew. And there's a hatchery as well where they might grow sort of small dragons or reptiles, unusual creatures. So that was great fun because you get to populate the castle using little bits of your own ideas. But we could only show a fragment because to show the whole of Hogwarts would take up half of the book, sadly. But I hope you enjoy it. I enjoyed doing it. And I'm hoping to show more of it because the Marauders map is used again and again in the series, so I look forward to doing little bits of Hogwarts in more detail.